Well, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and Box Score Communications presents Boston Red Sox Replay, the 2004 season. Tonight, from Fenway Park, the 4-3 Boston Red Sox take on the 4-3 Baltimore Orioles. And it's a pleasure to be with you tonight. Johnny Damon's back with us tonight, and so is Pedro Martinez. He's tonight's starter, going into his third start. But here's the lineup he will face. Brian Roberts leads off and plays second. Melvin Mora, the third baseman, bats second. Miguel Tejada is your shortstop. He'll bat third. Rafael Palmeiro, the first baseman, bats fourth. Javi Lopez, the catcher, bats fifth. Jay Gibbons, the right fielder, bats sixth. David Segui, the DH, bats seventh. Luis Matos, the center fielder, bats eighth. And Jay Bigby, the left fielder, bats ninth. And here's the Red Sox defense. Manny Ramirez in left, Johnny Naaman in center, and Gabe Kapler in right. Around the infield, Bill Miller at third, Pokey Reese at short, Mark Bellhorn at second, and Kevin Millar at first, with Jason Varitek behind the plate. This will be Pedro Martinez's third start. He started opening night against Baltimore in that Sunday night game, which seems like forever ago. He has a 2.77 ERA with no record, 13 wins, 11 losses, 13 hits, 13 innings, 11 hits, walked 5, and struck out 10, and the Orioles and Blue Jays are hitting .234 off him. So those are the particulars. Brian Roberts at the plate. Brian's at .222 with no homers and 2 RBI, but he has like 4 or 5 stolen bases already. That's pretty good. The weather after days of rain, it is a beautiful night here. Wind blowing out to right center at 10, and comfortable 60-degree April night here at Fenway. They're ready, and it's a ground ball to Miller to start the ninth. For the Millar for the out. So Melvin Mora at .433, a homer, 8 RBIs. These two teams played 4 times in Baltimore to start the season and split them. The Red Sox won the first 2, and Baltimore won the last 2. Did I give you Mora's numbers? I forgot. .433, a homer, and 8 RBIs. Pedro delivers. There's a fly ball to left. Manny goes back and turns and watches it go. It's a home run for Mora. So the Birds get on the board first. That's the first home run that Pedro has given up all year. And that one goes .341 according to the Commodore 64. Miguel Tejada at .323, a homer, 9 RBI. Tejada pops it up. Varitek takes off the mask, 2 out. Rafael Palmeiro, the batter. Rafi at .269, 2 homer and 11 RBI. I know that the Mets played this week, so whatever rain system must have been confined to pretty much New England. I know that they played the Wednesday night game because I watched those scores go by. Gave you Rafi's numbers. 2 outs here in the first, 1-0 Baltimore. The pitch, and there's a line drive right to Millar to retire to the side. 1 run, no hits, or 1 hit. It was a home run. No errors. After 1/2 inning, Baltimore strikes first, 1-0. So Sidney Ponson, who we saw on opening night, gets his 3rd start of the year. He also has no record, an earned run average of .338. In 13 innings, he's given up 14 hits. A home run, I think that was a Varitek opening night. He walked 2 and struck out 8. And the lineup around, he will face Johnny Damon, returns to the lineup. Bill Miller bats second, and David Ortiz is the DH. He'll bat third. Manny cleans up. Kevin Millar at first. Jason Varitek behind the plate, batting 6th. Gabe Kapler bats 7th. Finally got his first hit of the year Sunday. Mark Bellhorn bats 8th, and Pokey Reese, the shortstop, bats 9th. So Damon, who had that 6 RBI game in that beautiful comeback on Saturday, leads us off at .240. 2 homers and 7 RBI. Ponson delivers. A grounder to Roberts. Throws to first. 1 out. Bill Miller at the plate. Bill walked 3 times Sunday. Now at 148, 2 homers and 3 RBI. And here's a fly ball to right center. Back goes Gibbons. That's going to be caught. He was on the track. He started to feel for the wall when he made that grab. David Ortiz at .435, 2 homers and 6 RBI. Poppy hits a flying ball to left center. Matos goes over, makes the grab to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 1. Baltimore 1, Boston nothing. So Javi Lopez at the plate. Javi at 281. A homer and 8 RBI. 21 pitches for Pedro in the first. He should be good for 110. The bad news is that the Yankees will not face him. They'll get the other 4. Schilling, Wakefield, Lowe, and Arroyo. Not necessarily in that order. Lopez swings and misses for strike 3 on an 0-2 pitch. First punch down of the night for Pedro. Now bring up Jay Gibbons, who is at 240, no homers and an RBI. The pitch, ground ball to Bellhorn, throws to first, 2 out. David Segui, the batter. David at 7 for 18, 389, no homers and 2 RBI. And he hits a long drive to center field. That's going to be a double. Damon cut it off before it went in the triangle, and Segui has himself a 2-out double. Louis Manos, the batter. Louis at 120, a homer and 3 RBI. He hits a ground ball to Pokey, throws it across to retire to the side. So the double does not hurt. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1.5 down. Baltimore 1, Boston nothing. So here is Manny at 357, hit his first 2 homers of the year Sunday, and is driven in 7. Drove in 6 in that game Sunday, which the Red Sox won. Manny swings and misses, strike 3. 2-2 pitch. Kevin Millar now up. Kevin at 240, a homer and 2 RBI. And he hits a fly ball to left. Bigby's turns and it watches it hit the wall. So Millar is on with a monster double. Bigby just kind of stopped and about 3/4 of the way up. So Jason Varitek, the batter. Jason at 520. Still leading the American League in batting average. 3 homers and 6 RBI. And Varitek draws the walk. So Ponson in a bit of a jam here in the second. Gabe Kapler at 056, but he finally got a base hit Sunday. No homers or RBI. First and second, 1 out, bottom of the second. Baltimore 1, Boston nothing. The pitch, there's a line drive base hit into center. Millar will round third. They're going to run on Matos. The throw is in time. He was a dead duck. 2 out. But Kapler gets the hit. Varitek is on second for Mark Bellhorn, who is at 250, 2 homers and 2 RBI. Maybe it was a little ambitious to send him. Bellhorn flares 1 to center. In comes Matos. Matos makes the grab, and that's it. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We played 2. Baltimore 1, Boston nothing. I gotta second guess myself. The chances there were 63%. So with 1 out, you do it. With nobody out, I probably wouldn't have done it. But with 1 out, sure. Pedro at 40 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits. Larry Bigby, I think I called him Jay in the intro. Larry Bigby will be the last time for the lineup the first time through. 2 innings, 2 hits, a home run, which was Melvin Mora's. No walks and a strikeout. And Pedro gets Bigby to look at strike 3 on a full count. Ryan Roberts is 0 for 1. He hits a ground ball to Bellhorn. Throws to Millar, 2 out. Pedro needs a quick inning here. Melvin Mora homered his first time up. And he'll hit one to right field. Back goes Kapler, and he's got it at the track. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We played 2.5. Baltimore still leads 1-0. Pokey Reese is at 182. No homers and an RBI. Ponson, a very tiny 27 pitches so far. Pokey hits a ground ball base hit. That's going to go to the wall. All the way to the wall. This kind of a line rope. And so he's on second for Johnny Damon, who was 0 for 1. Damon Hits one to Roberts. Throws to Palmeiro. Pokey goes to third. So Bill Miller has a chance to knock home the tying run here in the third with one out. He is 0 for 1. Miller to Tejada. Pokey's going home. The throw to first is in time. The run scores. So 6-3 on the ground out on the fielder's choice. It's an RBI for Miller, and the Red Sox have tied this game at 1. David Ortiz is 0 for 1. He flares one to right center. Manos is there on his horse to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We played 3. We're tied at 1. So Miguel Tejada 0 for 1. Palmeiro and Javi Lopez to follow. 14 pitch third for Pedro, 54 now. 3 innings, 2 hits, a home run, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Tejada grounds one to Miller, throws it across for the first out. Rafael Palmeiro is 0 for 1. Make that 0 for 2. Fly ball to Kepler. Down the corner, makes the grab. Javi Lopez struck out his first time up. Pedro delivers, and a high sky ball to Bellhorn on the grass to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors after 3.5. Boston 1, Baltimore 1. Here's Manny. Manny struck out his first time up, the lone strikeout for Ponson so far. Pops it up. Tejada moves over to the grass and makes the grab for the first out. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin has doubled his first time up and was thrown out trying to score on a Kepler single. Kevin looks at strike 3, 2 out. 0-2 pitch. Jason Varitek walked his first time up. Varitek grounds one into center field for a single over the bag at second. So Varitek is on, 2 out for Kepler, who is 1 for 1 today. Bumps that average up to 105. Ponson delivers, strike 3. Kepler wanted something else, so watched it go by. No runs, 1 hits, no errors. After 4, Boston and Baltimore tied at 1. Well, now the wind is blowing out to center. It's cooled off. It's 54. Pedro's ready for his 5th inning of work. Jay Gibbons is 0 for 1. Pedro delivers, and his comebacker to Pedro over to Millar, 1 out. David Segui doubled his first time up. He rips a grounder to Miller, throws it across in time. I thought he was going to beat that out, but he stumbled just a touch coming out of the box. There's 2 out for Matos. Louis is 0 for 1. And there's a ground ball to Bellhorn, who... Oh, it's a line drive to Bellhorn, who retires aside. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4.5, halfway home, Boston and Baltimore tied at 1. And a reminder for those of you listening in Burlington, Vermont, to listen to Ginny McGee tomorrow morning for the best music ever made on 1230 WJOI. Is that radio enough for you? Mark Bellhorn will lead us off here in the 5th with Reese and Damon to follow. Pedro, 82 pitches through 5. That should get him into the 7th, I would think. Bullpen is fully rested. Bellhorn draws a walk. This is Pedro's 3rd start, and he has no decisions, and it would be crazy if he would not get another one here. Ponson has no decisions, and it's his 3rd start. Pokey Reese doubled his first time up and scored the lone Red Sox run. And he strikes out. Sidney gets him on a 2-2 pitch right down Broadway, and there's 1 out for Johnny Damon, who's 0 for 2. Damon cranks one into left field, but Bigby's there to make the grab, 2 out. Bill Miller, who is 0 for 2 with an RBI, ground ball. That scored Pokey. Bellhorn tries to steal, but he's back. So we'll hold him here. Miller grounds one to Palmeiro, who can't get it out of his glove. Ponson was going to go over to cover the bag, and Palmeiro just, I think, took just too long of a look, and he couldn't get it out. So the error puts runners on first and second with 2 out for David Ortiz. David is 0 for 2. The pitch. Here's a ground ball, base hit, left side. Bellhorn to score. Miller goes to third. Ortiz is on first, and the Red Sox go ahead 2-1. So a big RBI single for David. Here's Manny. Manny is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. And he grounds one to Mora, throws it across to retire the side. No, 1 run. Hold on a sec. On the internet, there are no cough and sneeze buttons. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. We played 5. Boston 2, Baltimore 1. So Pedro comes out with something he hasn't had, a lead to start the 6th. In 5 innings, as Larry Bigbie steps to the plate, 2 hits, a home run. That was a solo shot to Mora in the first. No walks and 2 strikeouts. 1 run on 2 hits for the Birds, an error, and they've stranded 1. Boston 2 runs and 5 hits. No errors, and they stranded 5. So here's Larry. Bigbie struck out his first time up. And he'll hit a fly ball base hit in the shallow left. So that's how the 6th starts for Baltimore. Larry is a threat to steal. So the pickoff throw, and Larry's back. And we cut that down from 80% to 56%. That's kind of a strange colored orange. It's a red color orange. It's just kind of the gray is too gray to make it easy to read. Anyway, the problems of John Sterling wannabes. Brian Roberts is 0 for 2. And he's going to bunt one down. Miller has it, flings it to Bellhorn for the sacrifice bunt. Never saw that one coming, didn't even look. Biggie moves over to second. So Baltimore has a tying run in scoring position, 1 out for Melvin Mora, who was 1 for 2 with that solo home run in the first. Pedro plunks him in the butt. Oh! Well. Miguel Tejada, the batter. Miguel is 0 for 2. I could have walked him if that would have been easier. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball to left. Back goes Manny. That's going to grab at least some wall. It does. 1 run is in. Mora rounds third. Here's the throw at the plate. Veritek puts on the tag, and they got him. So Mora tried to knock it out, but Veritek held his ground on a great relay from Pokey Reese for the 2nd out. So Tejada is on with a double. Bigbie was the runner that scored. We're now tied at 2 here in the 6th. Rafael Palmeiro is 0 for 2. And he hits a fly ball to right. Back goes Kapler. Kapler goes deep. He turns and watches it go. So a 2-run shot for Palmeiro puts the Orioles up 4-2. So Martinez had the lead, and Pedro has watched it go away. Javi Lopez, the batter. Javi is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Here's a ground ball base hit in the left. Lopez goes for 2 and takes it. Oh, because Manny bobbled it. So it's a single and an E7. Manny trying to find the baseball to throw it in, dropped it. Red Sox defensively have not been very good. When we did that little recap show after Sunday's game, I didn't check the fielding percentage, but man, they just aren't very good. Jay Gibbons is 0 for 2. And Pedro ends his night on a strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but not before the Orioles get 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. 5.5 in the books. Boston trails Baltimore 4-2. Kevin Millar will lead us off. Kevin is 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. Millar flares that one foul. Palmeiro by the Red Sox dugout. Out of play. 0-2 to Kevin. Ponson is ready. Got him. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. On an 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Sidney Ponson. That's his 5th of the night. Jason Veritek singled and scored. Or singled, rather, and has walked. 1 for 1. He draws a walk. So Ponson in 5 1/3 innings, 98 pitches, has given up 5 hits, 2 runs, They are 1 earned, I believe, judging by the ERA. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. The third walk being to Veritek. Gabe Kapler is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Kapler pops this one up. Tejada goes by the bag at second. 2 out. Mark Bellhorn, the batter. Mark walked and scored and is 0 for 1. And we send Veritek to throw down. Not in time. Stolen base for Jason Veritek. And 91% chance to go. You can't take that. You got to do it. So it's a 1-0 count to Mark. Bellhorn is ready. He's the tying run. The pitch. There's a line drive into right field. Matos goes back, so does Gibbons. That's going to go in the triangle. Veritek will score. Bellhorn's on with a double. Well, that's well done. So Pokey Reese is the batter. Pokey 1 for 2 with a double. Better run scored and the strikeout. 4-3 Baltimore here in the 6th. 4 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Birds. They've stranded 2. 3 runs on 6 hits and an error for Boston. And they've stranded 5. Pitch to Pokey. There's a ground ball to Tejada. Long throw across is in time. So 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors. We've played 6. We got ourselves a good one here. Boston trails Baltimore 4-3. And we're going to take Pedro out here. Not the best night for Pedro. 6 runs, 6 hits. Or 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 2 homers. No walks and 3 strikeouts. So hold on while we find a pitcher here. Segui, Matos, and Bigby will be up here in the 7th. Oh, we have some bullpen help. We have Phil Seibel in. Who do I want to go with here? I want to go with Embry. Everyone hasn't pitched. Let's go with Seibel. So the lefty Phil Seibel has in real life had no ERA and no record. 3 innings, no hits, no homers, 5 walks and a strikeout. This could be fun. David Segui draws the walk. We'll see how long this experiment lasts. Louis Matos is 0 for 2. Segui on first. Nobody out here in the 7th. Baltimore leads 4-3. Matos, line drive to Reese for the first half. Nice play. Larry Bigby is 1 for 2. Single, scored, and struck out. And he hits a line drive to Kapler, and that will fall for a base hit. So Segui on second, Bigby on first. Brian Roberts at the plate. Brian is 0 for 2. Seibel fouls it off. Roberts tried to bunt. That's the second time that they've been caught by that. That's why he's 0 for 2, because he sacrificed his last time up. An observant manager would know that. Then there's me. 4-3 Baltimore. They bat here in the top of the 7th. 0-2. Line drive, base hit. Segui will hold. Bigby will hold at second, and Roberts is on for Melvin Mora, who is 1 for 2, including that solo home run in the first. He has a chance to make this one hurt. The pitch. Here's a ground ball, base hit. Segui will score. Bigby holds at third on the single. That's enough for Phil Seibel for me. So Mike Timlin will come in here in the 7th. Mike at 4.91 with the ERA. 1-0. He beat these Orioles in relief. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits. He's walked 2 and has not struck out anybody. Bases loaded. 5-3 here in the top of the 7th. Bigby on third, Roberts on second, Mora on first. We're going to play for two here. Tejada strikes out. 1-2 pitch called at the knees. So Rafael Palmeiro is one grand slam the batter. Rafi is 1 for 3 tonight with a home run and 2 RBI. Timlin is ready. The pitch. There's a line drive base hit. Bigby scores. Roberts scores. Mora goes to third. A 2 RBI single for Rafi. And it's now 7-3 Baltimore. And Javi Lopez at the plate, who's 1 for 3. A single and a strikeout. The pitch. Fly ball, right field. Kapler is there to retire the side. B.J. Ryan coming in to pitch for Baltimore. They now lead at stretch time. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. 7-3. Well, my managing performance would certainly make the Globe and the Herald tomorrow. It hasn't been very good. B.J. Ryan, 3.86 the ERA, 101 his record. Strikes out a ton of batters, 4 innings, 4 hits, a home run, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Struck out 122 and 87 innings on the real season. Damon 0 for 3. It's a ground ball right to Ryan. Ryan, who boots it, couldn't come up with it. So Damon leads off with a error. That's the second Baltimore error. And they'll bring up Bill Miller, who's 0 for 3 with a run scored. There goes Damon. There's the throw. He's safe. 80% chance to steal. You got to do it. Ball 1, the count to Miller, and Red Sox have to move that runner over. No chance for the double play now. Ha ha. Watch this be a line drive to Tejada. Pitch to Miller. Got him. 1-2 slider swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour slider. Here's David Ortiz. David single RBI. Strikes out on an 0-2 pitch. So Ryan has great command. And I'm bringing up Manny Ramirez is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He draws a walk. Jinx. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin has doubled 1 for 3 and struck out twice. He hits a line drive right to Ryan, throws it to first and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. Oh, no runs, no hits, no errors. We played 7. It's 7-3 Baltimore. So we'll let Timlin start the inning anyway. He will face Gibbons, Segui, and Matos. Jay is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And he hits a fly ball to left center. Damon's there, 1 out. David Segui is 1 for 2 with a double, and a walk and a run scored. He struck him out. So 2 quick outs here. 1-2 pitch was swung on and missed. Louis Matos, the batter. Louis is 0 for 3. Timlin delivers. There's a fly ball to Kapler down in the corner, and he makes the grab to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7.5 in the books. It's Baltimore 7, Boston 3. Rick Bauer coming in to pitch for the Birds. Rick has thrown 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 2. Has no ERA and no record, and will face Veritek, Kapler, and Bellhorn. Jason has walked twice, singled and scored. And he hits a line drive base hit into the hole and left. Also has a stolen base. Gabe Kapler 1 for 3. A single and a strikeout. In real life, Bauer's ERA is 4.70. Will keep you into games, but shouldn't kill you. Kapler hits 1 to Bauer, throws it to Palmeiro for the first out. Did not try for the 1-6-3 double play. So Veritek is on second with 1 out, and here's Bellhorn. Mark is 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, a run scored, and an RBI. The pitch. He strikes out. 2-2 fastball. He checked the swing, but it was too far. So here's Pokey Reese. Pokey is 1 for 3 with a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. And he lifts 1 into left field. Bigby's there to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We played 8. Boston trails Baltimore 7-3. We'll bring in Mark Velasquez, the lefty. 6.75 his ERA. 2 innings, 1 hit, walked 4. Ugh. And struck out 1. No record to face Big B, Roberts, and Mora here in the 9th. Baltimore, as it's now really windy, the ball would rocket out of here 20 miles an hour to center field. And those hardy fans remaining in 44-degree weather to watch the end of this are hoping for a quick inning from Alaska. He starts us off with a walk to Bigby. Ryan Roberts, 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. There's a line drive, base hit to right. This should be a double. Roberts is in after the slide, and so it's second and third and nobody out. Bullpen, who hasn't pitched in 3 days, is not doing a great job of it tonight. Melvin Moore, a 2 for 3. Melvin has homered, driven in 2. That other hit was a single and scored. Obviously, once in the home run. He walks, so they're loaded for Tejada, who was 1 for 4 with a double. An RBI and a run scored. And a strikeout. Struck him out. 0-2 pitches in there for the strikeout. So Rafael Palmeiro, who hit a grand slam against the Red Sox down in Baltimore, is 2 for 4 tonight with a homer and 4 RBI. Had the big hit in the 6th to pretty much put, or the 7th to pretty much put this game away. We do not let BJ Surhoff pinch hit. Palmeiro swings and misses to strike out. 2 out. That made no sense. Javi Lopez, 1 for 4. Single and a strikeout. Malaska delivers. There's a ground ball to Millar. He flips it to Malaska to retire the side. So he gets out of a bases loaded jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 8.5 down. It's Baltimore 7, Boston 3. The good news, as Rick Bauer starts his second inning order, if there is any, is that it's the top of the order. It's Damon, Miller, Ortiz, and if anyone should reach, Manny. Johnny is 0 for 4 tonight. And he draws a walk for Bill Miller. Miller is 0 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. There goes Damon to throw down. Not in time. So a stolen base, another steal for Damon. 80% chance of doing it. And you always want to take the Red Sox out of double play opportunities. So Miller has a chance here to at least move the runner up. 1-0 count to him. Bauer's ready. He walks Miller. So here's Ortiz. Miller can't find the broadside of a barn right now. That was a 4-pitch walk. Davis 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. That 1 hit being a single. Ortiz hits a line drive to Palmeiro. No one was going anywhere. That's the first out. Here's Manny. Manny is 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. And he strikes out. 2-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. Oh, bay. Kevin Millar, the last chance for the Sox. He's 1 for 4 with a double. And 2 strikeouts. Bauer is in line to pick up the save. I believe Ponson will get the win. Here's the pitch. Millar hits a line drive into center. Back goes Matos and makes the grab on the run. So Baltimore wins the game and the series. They win the game 7-3, and they take an overall season series lead of 3-2. The totals right after this. Well, it's time for the Commodore Vic 20 post-game show. Commodore, actually, I didn't do Tales of the Tape of those 2 home runs. Oops, those were my ads for the Commodore 64. So that's right. The Commodore 64 is so 80, so awesome, so on the web as an emulator. All right, here are the totals for Baltimore. 1 run in the first, 3 in the 6th. That's what did Pedro Martinez in. 3 in the 7th, 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Boston slips to 4-4. By the way, Baltimore goes to 5-3 in solo possession of second place. Boston goes to 4-4. They had a run in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. 3 runs total, 7 hits, and 1 error. Sidney Ponson picks up the win. In 6 innings, he gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, no homers, walked 3 and struck out 5 in 108 pitches. B.J. Ryan picks up the hold. and there was no save. But good work for Rick Bauer. Pedro Martinez had an off night. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned the 2 homers. The big blast by Palmeiro and the solo shot from Melvin Mora. He walked none and only struck out 3. Seibel had nothing. I see those 2 minus things in their stuff. That tells us he had nothing. In 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. And Timlin goes an inning and 2/3. It'll help the ERA, but he let 2 of those Seibel runs score. Malaska pitched to halfway decent 9th. He got out of trouble. So that's that for you. Time of the game, 3 hours and 54 minutes. The Red Sox stranded 11. Ouch. Baltimore stranded 7. Rafael Palmeiro with his homer and 4 RBIs is our Commodore VIC-20 player of the game. Because all the lovely youngsters in your life need something to beat on. And they can learn to program stuff too on the Commodore VIC-20. So that's this brief 1-game series between the Red Sox and the Orioles. The next time will be the Friday night game between the Red Sox and the Yankees, the first of 19 between these rivals, and boy, were they rivals in 04. This is Ron Juckett. We'll talk to you the next time.